Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom, and we back with Divine Masculine Situation. Do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes rant, and then gonna show you the spread, and then we're gonna begin. Head, that's thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the direction you going. That's the decisions that you're making. Your mentality overall. Cups are feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Your heart and mind must be aligned in everything that you do. Who rules the heart and mind department? The divine feminine does. And then you got wands. Wands are knees. Head, swords, shoulders, cups, knees, wands. Those are actions and behavior. Things you're doing or things you've done. Not things you finna do because you ain't did it yet. What you've done and what you're doing has karma and accountability attached to it. Not what you finna do. Who's the king of wands, the divine masculine? This is his arena. He could be a she, she could be a he. You know how we rock him. I'm a divine feminine myself, in case you didn't know that part. But yeah, just check me out, get some info on me before you get the critiquing and shit. Pentacles. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. Shit you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles have an expiration date, and all pentacles are temporary. Because we live in a third dimension, it's a temporary space and time where all things expire. Those things that I'm talking about are pentacles. So, let's show you the spread. My masculine's reading. Overall energy, we got the Seven of Wands. That's internal conflict. Bottom line energy, we got the World. Like I say, it's the Four of Cups. It's a temporary space and time where all things expire. We're going to get to the World in a second. Coming into the situation and your mystery madness or subconscious or indirect energy, we got the Queen of Cups. This is the psychic card. As far as the feminine and your subconscious mystery madness or indirect energy, we got the Queen of Cups, which is distractions or third parties. As far as the masculine role in regards to your subconscious or indirect or mystery madness, we got the Nine of Swords. This is stress. Going into the future masculine, we have Ten of Wands when it comes to your mystery madness, subconscious or indirect energy. As far as your direct and conscious world, coming to the situation, we got the Ten of Cups. This is happiness. As far as the feminine role, directly, consciously, we got the Six of Swords. This is my clueless card, rolling with the homies. As far as yourself directly, we got the Ten of Pentacles. There's a lot of tens out here. Tens are all about endings, and this is what's up. Ten of Pentacles, this is manifestation. Like the actual act of manifesting something. This is going to be a crucial card. This is you in regards to yourself, and you going to the future directly, masculine. You got the King of Swords, God. This is my favorite card in the deck. God right here. We'll dive into God. That's the actual last card in this message, so you got God closing it out, and that's what's up. So, let's get with it. What's this? What's you just sending a lot of YouTube links. Usually when people send me YouTube links, I don't watch them. This community is just oversaturated with fake ass psychics, so I mean, it's rare I meet somebody in here that really touched my soul. They don't make them like they used to. And all the people I used to watch are gone. Ain't that some shit? Anyway, coming up to the situation. First card in this message, masculine, we got the Seven of Wands. This is fairly important. This is internal conflict. How do you deal with internal conflict? You heal internal conflict. As you see, internal conflicts are actions and behavior. Something you have to work on. How do you deal with internal conflict? Modify your actions and behavior. Internal conflict, that's what's going on inside. A lot of people deal with outside conflict. That shit that don't involve them. Unless you want to involve yourself in something you don't need to. But like I say, a lot of people sit around and help others before they help themselves. A lot of people sit here and try to fix other people before they try to fix themselves. Your heart is inside your chest, so obviously it's meant for you to fix yourself. Your heart was outside your chest, then maybe it'd be somebody else's job to fix you. People come to me all the time for my services and shit like that, expecting like a quick fix. I don't know what these other psychics be doing. Like, I can't go off nothing. So if you expect me to tell you your destiny, if you expect me to tell you who your twin is, I mean, I can do these things, but it just takes the fun right out the shit. Plus, these actions of you expecting me to do your actions for you says a lot. You know, eternal conflict is a lot like being in a battle. You know, this is your squad. It's just 20 of y'all. So it's 10 here, 10 here. It's 20 of y'all. And you got 100. Like, might seem like it's a losing battle, but in reality, if this team can go on this team and y'all can get higher ground, you can change the shape of the fight. It ain't how many people you fighting, it's how you fight them. It's all about strategy. And that's how you got to deal with internal conflict. You strategize. You come up with a plan, visualize, and attack. More so than anything, why is this card even out here, masculine? Most of your internal conflict has to deal with you not Six of Wanding. Six of Wanding is wins, victories, celebrations. You feel you ain't getting too many W's out here, but it's a lot of fuck motherfuckers or people who are winning and you know, when I be down on myself going through in a conflict, I used to do that shit, compare my life to other people. So I found out that, like I said, it's only 70% of this world are karmics. So 70% of this world is lost. 70% of the world don't know what the fuck they doing. 70% of this world ain't official. You know what I mean? They lost. Only 28% are divine. And then you got the 1-2%ers. They can be in any category, but you know, it's a lot of fake motherfuckers that's winning. But ignorance is bliss. Real people go through real shit. There ain't too many real people. That's why there's a lot of fake shit going on. It seems like a lot of people winning. They ain't winning. They really losing. It just look like they winning. Because you ain't getting no W's right now. But you always winning. You alive. You got path. You got purpose. You a good ass person. You might be winning in divine and spiritual areas, but it might seem like you ain't winning in life because you ain't part of the world, which is the bottom line. Bottom line, if you were divine, because this is divine masculine reading, you ain't like the world. You ain't a part of the world. Like you reside here, but you ain't from it. You know, we're spiritual beings having a physical existence. It ain't the other way around. Divines, we get ridiculed. Of course, people don't know what the fuck we talking about. Of course, people think we crazy. Of course, people think we high and mighty or think we sitting on I don't know, a cloud higher than them. Fuck no, it ain't nothing like that. We just understand shit that they don't. We just aware of things that they ain't. We just doing work and modifying our actions and behavior in a way that the average person in the world ain't doing. The world is a plantation full of slaves. You the free slave that got the fuck off the plantation. You live in freedom land. When you told your slave brethren that you was gonna get the fuck up off this plantation, they was looking at you like you crazy. Because they don't see why you want to leave. It's all good here. We got shelter, we got food, we got a job. Why you want to leave? There's people in the world. The world's a crab bucket. You the crab that escaped out the crab bucket. That's what makes you different. You know what I'm saying? The world's a matrix. And you Neo that just ejected about this bitch. So of course you internally conflicted. Of course you ain't got nobody to talk to. Of course people can't feel you. Of course people don't understand you. You're unlike people. Fuck the world. They all going in a hell in a handbasket. They all going left. Left field. You going the right way. Now the right way is less travel. Only one right way and that's up. What's up, goddess? What's up? Masculine. You just going down a road that's less travel. You ain't like nobody in the world. You one of a kind. You divine. Take pride in that shit. Quit trying to fit in with everybody else in the world. There's too many yes men in the world. Ain't enough no. There's too many scary motherfuckers out here. Ain't really too much motherfuckers with courage and shit. There's too many heartless fiends out here, man. Unconditional love is rare. Don't you find it hardly strange meeting a like-minded individual is getting harder every day? It's because there's not a lot of people who got a mind like yours in this temporary space and time we call the world. It's a third dimension where everything expires. You infinite. You infinite. Coming to the situation in your mystery madness, subconscious, or indirect energy masculine, you got the Queen of Cups. This is a psychic card. What's a psychic? It's trusting in your own intuition. Damn, Boom, how'd you know that was going to happen? With you a psychic or something? I mean, you can call me that. I just really trust in my own intuition. And my intuition is pretty strong because I learned how to use it in a way to where I guess I can become a psychic. Like I tell people all the time, like, I don't summon up no motherfucking spirits. I mean, people say doing cards and shit is witchcraft. Shit, it might be, but I don't know. And how I'm coming at it. I get my powers through God. I ain't fucking with no other deity. I ain't fucking with no other spirit. I ain't fucking with nothing else but God. It's the main reason why I'm still trying to climb up this whole YouTube shit here, man. I keep God and Christ mindness in my motherfucking lips and shit. I find it highly strange in this little world we living in. People getting further and further away from God. You know what I'm saying? People getting further and further away from their foundation. People getting further and further away from love. People getting further and further away from common sense. You know? Queen of Cups. This is the psychic card. All divines got powers. All divines have ability. This is also signs and synchronicities. Dreams, visions, and writings on the wall. It's shit that you can see that the average person in the world can see. It ain't on your level. It's intuition that you possess that the average person don't have. It's common sense that you have that the average person in the world just don't seem to find. This is also ghosting. You know what I mean? You either getting ghosted or you ghosting people. You had some engagements you promised somebody you was going to engage, but you don't feel like going out. Because you know they ain't, you know it's not worth your time, energy, and resources. You find yourself doing the same shit with the same people. And it's just like you don't want to do that shit no more. So on a day where you usually at a club or usually with your peeps or usually doing whatever you be doing in the world, you ghost today. yo, where's so-and-so? Oh, they ain't here. You ghost. You know what I mean? This is like, yo, Twin Flame demo that you just don't want to fuck with. That's too complex for you. That's too much for you. You know, the Divine Feminine ain't in it by herself. She feels like that, but that's not correct. You know, but you are ghosting your Divine Feminine. Like you do have a role to do with your Divine Feminine, but you ain't doing it. You know, it's gonna get done eventually, but like I say, it's like ghost. You promised your mother, you promised your brother, you promised your kid you was gonna do some shit. Here it is, time for you to do it. You ghost. You somewhere else. You're not here. Ghost. Be careful who you ghost. But also be proactively wanting to ghost shit that just doesn't serve you anymore. Because apparently you directly, when it comes to yourself masculine, you got the Ten of Cups. This is happiness or emotional contentment or emotional fulfillment. Now, happiness, emotional contentment, and emotional fulfillment, it's not a pinnacle. It ain't a place. It's not a space. It's not a physical position. Like when you happy, it's an emotion. What are emotions and feelings? They're just indicators of where you're going mentally. If you happy, it's just an indicator of where you're going mentally. You happy by yourself. You happy not being where you usually be at. You happy not being around these so-called friends, so-called family. You happy being a ghost to a situation that you just don't want to be attached to anymore. So it's like you find a happiness being by yourself, or you find a happiness in solitude, or you find a happiness in this new path that you're walking down. Or maybe you find a happiness in this new relationship. Like, you know, it ain't people that make you happy, you make yourself happy. It ain't money that make you happy, you making yourself happy getting this money. You understand what I'm saying? Happiness comes from within. Don't nobody give you happiness. It's something that you beam in. But just like cups, feelings and emotions, just indicators of where you going mentally, this shit gonna fade. You ain't happy 24 hours a day. And if you is, then you want some happy juice or something. You doing something to keep you happy. Thus, it's like a pinnacle that you're trying to reach, trying to maintain this happiness. I guess like crackheads trying to chase that first hit or some shit. Happiness is something that's gonna go away. It's a feeling. It wears off like medicine, drugs, or dissipates like a fart in the air. That's what happens to cups. Oh, you're going to get happy again. Because this ain't a place you reach. It's just something that come and go. Something that comes and goes. As far as the feminine role masculine, you subconsciously and directly, you got the Three of Cups. This is distractions or a third party. Distractions. Two of Cups, that's the Lover's card. This is a relationship. It's good to be in love. It's good to like somebody and shit, but you still got to get to the reality of the situation. Whoever you're in a relationship with, whoever you love, whoever you like, they got shit that likes them. Like a family that was around well before you got here, Mr. Lover Boy. Mr. Lover Lady. Mr. Lover Man. Shaba. Whoever this person you love got a career, got kids, got a whole life. Outside of whatever life y'all got going on, like this is still the dating phase. This ain't your wife. This ain't your fiance. Y'all dating. So of course she got a whole life. Hopefully you got your own motherfucking life. So your life ain't just depending on loving her. And he could be a she be a he, you know how we rock it. Three of Cups is the evolution of what love really is. You don't just love the person you with. You gotta love their children. You gotta love their family, even if their family don't fuck with you. You can't make your lover choose between her family and you. That's some real selfish karmic shit. Mother damn sure ain't gonna choose between you and her children. You got shit fucked up thinking that, I don't know, a chick gonna choose you over their children. Nah, like, where will you come from? Right? Career. Maybe you want to have a baby. Maybe she can't because she got a career that's busting right now, that's thriving, that's going up. What's up, God is what's up. That's going up. Nah, I love you, but I need to take advantage. I need to make this shit happen. This situations like this don't come every now and then. I'm not putting my career before you, but if you love me, then you need to be able to respect what I got going on. Three of Cups. Masculine, you're going to understand exactly what third parties and distractions are. You might have found the love of your life, but the love of your life got shit attached to it. This is your love, and this is like you. No, this is you. This is the love of your life, and this is whatever's attached to them. They fuck with you, but you need to learn to fuck with whatever they got going on. Because you can fuck with them, but they still got to deal with your ass and whatever's attached or tied to you. It's a give and take thing. It's a two-way street. Love is a two-way street. Friendship is a two-way street. Business is a two-way street. Like having a motherfucking roommate. Like, you got to be respectful to the fact that this is another person you stand with. You got to be mindful that maybe they got to work in the morning so you can't stay up too much. Maybe they feel in a certain way so you can't, like, be a little too crazy or a little too forthcoming or a little too cold-blooded on a motherfucker that's, I don't know, suicidal, feeling crazy right now. Like, it's just being mindful of other people's feelings and emotions, which is just indicators of where they're going mentally. You directly, in regards to the feminine energy, we got the Six of Swords. This is the coolest card in my deck. Like, rolling with the homies. It's like the movie Clueless. In the movie Clueless, everybody was fucking clueless. Students were clueless. Teachers was clueless. The parents were clueless. But at the end of the movie, everything lined up the way it needed to line up. Everybody found they mate. Everything rolled in the manner it needed to roll. Like, that's how life, like, comes to, like, that's how life works. Sometimes shit just come together. Shit don't come together automatically. Like, you don't live your life on autopilot. You be proactive. Like, you see its swords lining up, right? So that's a decision. That's one thought or one decision that you made that's lining up to kind of be in a way that you wanted it to be. Because you are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. Say that shit one more time. You are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. You can speak shit into existence. Thoughts do become things, but thoughts have to be guided, directed. You got to make a conscious or decision on what you want to go with your life, where you want to go in your relationship, where you want to go with your career, where you want to go with your life. That's something you learning in real time, masculine. So as far as yourself, indirectly, in your mystery madness, you got the Nine of Swords. This is stress. What's stress? It's something that's mental. It's something that you register. Shit that's going back to the Six of Swords. Shit that's flowing. Shit that's kind of grooving. It's like things are all lining itself out. Shit is working itself the fuck out. That's something that you register. That shit is finally moving. You've been trying like a motherfucker to go in a direction. It's like you finally headed in that direction. Nine of Swords, that's stress. Stress is something you put on you, like ketchup on your fries, like salt on your steak, like cheese on your nacho. It's something that you consciously doing. So ain't nobody stressing you out. You stressing yourself out. Ain't nobody putting shit on you. You putting shit on yourself. Like that's stress. Like I say, we're human beings. Our body can withstand all kind of shit. We can get hit by a whole bunch of bullets. We can get hit. We can get impaled by a 24-foot metal pole. We can lose half our body. You can get shot in the brain and still survive. Our bodies are walking, talking power plants, walking, talking universes. It's built for homeostasis. You understand what I'm saying? But your mind is something you have to keep intact. You know, a beating heart makes you human, but a brain keeps you alive. Once you lose this, you're gone. You can be in a chemically induced coma. You're still alive technically, but you really ain't alive without your mind. There's people that's brain dead. They're living, but they're not alive. Stress kills. It's your thoughts that can kill you. Your thoughts about yourself. Your thoughts about a future. What's the step after the stress card? The Ten of Swords. That's death or a permanent ending. Really the only 10 that ain't out here. We got the Ten of Wands going into your future indirectly in the future. You got the Ten of Pentacles, which is the next card, you in regards to yourself personally. And we got the Ten of Cups that you came into the situation with directly. Next step after the Nine of Swords is the Ten of Swords. That's death or a permanent ending. If you don't handle your stress, death will be the next step. And ain't nobody that stressed you to death. You stress yourself to death. You worried yourself to death. Maybe your relationship was popping, but you killed your own relationship through your thoughts. It's like insecurity. Person probably loves your stank ass. Worship the ground you walk on and shit, but because of how you think of yourself, you killed the motherfucking relationship. They love you just how you are. You think you needed something to be loved. You think you thought something else. You thought wrong. I mean, thoughts and decisions, man, they are critical. You learn a lot about stress, masculine, like, and this is in your subconscious and indirect energy. Like, you put this stress on you. Ain't nobody stressing you out. Twin ain't stressing you out. Your ex ain't stressing you out. Your baby mama, baby daddy ain't stressing you out. Your boss ain't stressing you out. Your workers ain't stressing you out. Your clients ain't stressing you out. You're stressing out your damn self, and that's something you're gonna have to mentally register. As far as yourself, personally masculine, directly, consciously, we got the Ten of Pentacles. This is a manifestation. I just find it highly strange that a manifestation comes right after stress. I told you, you are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. If you so stressed out, you think something gonna happen to you, it will. You stressed and you kind of mentally discombobulated. It's like you feel unsafe. You think you finna get your car broke into. Like this somebody gonna break into your car. It's like you bought a new car and you ain't got no alarm system on it, so you up all night thinking somebody gonna break in your shit because you ain't got no alarm on it. Only to wake up in the morning and somebody broke in your shit because you ain't got an alarm on it. You think your son or your daughter is out doing shit that they ain't supposed to be doing. It's 10 o'clock, ho. Where the fuck is your seed at? It's like you thinking the worst. The worst is gonna present itself for you or the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. You cough 4 times and you think you got COVID. And you fuck around and get it. Cause thoughts become things around this bitch. You think you gonna die. think somebody trying to kill you, and you end up dead because you are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes it things. Like you're divine, so you have some type of power, you have some type of ability. And guess what? You're the king of actions, wands, and behavior, and you're the king of pentacles too. The way you manifest things, masculine, drastic. See, feminines go stay in their heart and mind. So feminine, you want to go in a direction, feel a way about going that direction, but goes back and forth about what they, it's like overthinking. Feminines overthink. Masculines, they just do shit like Nike. You know what I mean? That's why y'all the kings of manifestation. Y'all manifest more than the average bear. Because y'all do a lot more actions than the average person. Feminine spend so much time in her heart and mind, she gotta work herself up to do shit. Masculines, you do shit. And then get in your heart and mind about the shit that you do. So manifestation. It's just two people coming together. Was stressing about this relationship. You didn't know what direction it was going. You think this chick is putting too much on you and stressing you out, and then boom, y'all have a baby together. You was already stressed about the relationship. Now you got something more to stress about. Thoughts become things. She want to marry you, or he want to marry you, but you ain't ready. You know what I mean? And you still in your head about it, but you ain't saying nothing. It ain't like you proactively going to the next card. Ten of Wanding, putting a temporary ending or pumping the brakes on some shit. Ten of Wands is breaking up with somebody before shit gets too deep. See, if you would have broke up with them, you wouldn't have had this baby with them. If you would have broke up with their ass, y'all niggas wouldn't have got married. Thus, you wouldn't even be in this conundrum. If you just stop playing, just call the timeout. Timeout. It's temporary. You know what? I don't know if I want to do this or not. Let me just take a break before shit gets too deep. It's proactively leaving something alone while you can. It's like you keep thinking you need to stop smoking, or you need to stop drinking, or you need to stop something. And instead of proactively stopping, you keep going. Then the Ten of Swords pops out. You find out you got cancer. You find out the inevitable. Well, it's too late to stop now. I mean, you can stop, but it's kind of like past the point of no return. Manifestations. This is a new beginning. So if you step into a new beginning, that means an ending is imminent. You got to end things to begin things. Can't step into a fresh situation with old shit on your boots. You can't bring, you can't bring filth into a sterilized room. You got to cross your T's and dot your I's. You know what I mean? You got to end things the right way, too. You can't procrastinate. You can't half-ass. It's all about actions and behavior, wands. So going to the future, masculine. Something you're going to have to end. This ain't a permanent ending, so this ain't a wrap. This ain't permanent. It's just temporary. Like I said, you nervous. You get shit getting serious in the relationships, shit getting serious in your business, shit getting serious with yourself. Right? And instead of hurting somebody else's feelings or fucking up a good situation, you just pump the brakes on. You know what? I don't know if I want to move forward yet. I mean, I want to, but I'm just not sure. Let me get me right. So let me call a timeout. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back to this, but I just need a break. You can only take a break on something that you can break from. You can't take a break from being a mom. You just had a motherfucking baby and now you just throw the whole baby away. You in the middle of a contract agreement to do some shit. But now you feel you can't do it. Nah, it's too late. You got a job to do. You got obligations. Like, you can't pump the brakes in the middle of doing something. It's like jumping out your car with the car moving. Nah, just stop the car. Put that bitch in brake. You can keep the car on, just stop the car and put it in brake. You trying to get out of a situation that's already going is like jumping out of a moving car. That's detrimental. You gotta learn what a temporary ending is. Like I say, it's breaking up with a person before y'all get married. Because you knew this shit wasn't gonna go nowhere. It's leaving a person alone because you know it ain't going nowhere. Before you knock this person up, before you get knocked up, because it could be a she could be a he, you know, I'll be rocking. You're feeling bad vibes from this person doing this little contractual agreement or this business deal. You know they ain't shit. So this is leaving that shit alone before shit get worse. Final card in this message, we got God, King of Swords. The most important sword in this whole thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology process. The reason why God is the King of Swords is because God is the most important sword of all. God indwells your mind. What you and God got is a mental, personal relationship. God is mental. You understand what I'm saying? What you and God got going on is up in here. If you're a human being, that means God indwells your mind. Even the minds of atheists, even the minds of people who don't even think God exists. Like, God is always with you. That's the difference between us and orangutans, us and lemurs. You know what I'm saying? Now, octopus, they might be mentally on a whole nother level than us, but I think they aliens and shit. But human beings, God indwells our minds through the spirit or thought adjuster, which is a whole nother story. But God come out, usually some good shit gonna happen, some bad shit gonna happen, or some ugly shit gonna happen. But even if it's bad, it's good. Why? Because God don't make no mistakes. God works in mysterious ways. God is absolute. God is perfection. There is no imperfection in the perfection that is God. There is no mistake on how God fucking moves. Like, nigga, only person that think God, that there's a fault in God or that the imperfection that is the perfection of God is imperfected was Lucifer's manifesto. And the shit that Lucifer came to God with was mental perversion. This motherfucker was in the fourth or fifth dimension, right? Amongst God, calling God imperfected. Like, what type of shit is that? God created everything perfect. Everything is perfect. The world might seem like it's fucked up, but everything going the way it's supposed to be. The reason why the world is the way it is because of Satan, Lucifer, and the devil. But going back to Lucifer Manifesto, last shit I'm gonna say. It all started in his mind. Like, how did the whole Lucifer rebellion happen? Like, the nigga just had a perverse thought, and that perverse thought was, what if there's a flaw in God? What if God ain't perfect? What if God ain't perfect? He's the perfected absolute. You get what I'm saying? Like, calling God imperfected perfection is just as perverse as Lucifer doing that shit. And we're human beings. That nigga was a bright morning star. He was a high-ranking angel with this perverse thought. This motherfucker's walking around this world right now with that same perversion. It's mental perversion. To not believe in God, that's mental perversion, bro. There is a source and center. Best way I can say what God is the fucking plug in the wall. Like, he's the outlet in the wall. We're the plugs. We got to plug into the source. We were disconnected from the source through free will, which is mental. So, masculines, get your motherfucking mind right. You know what I'm saying? God can show up in a tower moment. God can show up as a miracle. You know what I mean? A dream come true. A wish granted. But he can also show up as fire and brimstone being rained down on your motherfucking plans. That's the message that I got. I hope I could be of good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned. I got more messages coming tomorrow.